Hi, my name is Ken Paddock. I'm here with JoeCrete.com, and today we're going to take a look at the Ermator W2000. It's a unique two-part process using a gray water containment system and the trusted Ermator wet vac system to recycle water in real time on the job site. So what we're going to show you today is basic features of the machine, talk about its functionality, and then we're going to go ahead and test drive this and show you how fast it can produce clear water. And this is water that actually is free of grit and fine materials. And this water can be reused back in saw cut machines, auto scrubbers, grinding and polishing machines on the job site, eliminating the need to go dump the materials from your wet vacs and able to produce a clear water that you can use right away on the floor as you're working. So we're going to take a look at the features right now, talk about some of the things that we have as highlights to this. So we have the gray water containment system. This system is unique. The wet vac system is the standard unit that the industry has been using for many years. But we've created a new, unique system that allows you to contain the gray water. So this is the water that's going to be collected from the floor, the auto scrubber, or the saw cut machine. And this is actually a containment system that will capture the water. And what we have is a couple of unique properties to this. The intake valve, the water enters the vac system through this hose here. This comes from the floor, the auto scrubber, or the saw cut machine. This produces a cyclone system where it disperses the dirty water into the filtration tank, where our large basket system is designed to collect all the hard pieces, pieces of concrete, metal, plastic, anything that is going to clog up the system. This is the pre-filter. Inside we also have a 25-gallon tank that captures the gray water, providing a space for the system to filter the heavy fines. So how this system works is that the vacuum system draws the water in through the suction portion. So it comes from the floor, comes into the tank and drops down. All the heavy settlement, so when we talk about heavy settlements, it's the solids that slurry is made of. It settles down in the lower tank here. And what this does is this gives the vac system a chance to do a hard filter system. It takes out the majority of the solids. The first entry basket takes out all the hard particles, so leaving a sort of a gray water area in between this zone. And this material here, is water that's going to be actually sucked up into the vacuum system. Now, what makes this Ermator system unique is that we use a product called Poseidon Super Separator. And the Poseidon Super Separator is a chemical that we add to the gray water tank. And what this does is it accelerates the separation process. So our material is a unique blend, so one of a kind on the market. It's designed to precipitate the solids to the bottom of the tank, which allows this section here in the middle to be clear water that can be sucked up into the vac system. And what makes that process unique is that this chemical treatment that we do, which doesn't take very much, and we're going to show you, it's maybe a half a cup to a cup depending on how heavy your solids are. But this system is designed to accelerate the process of separation. And by doing that, this gives the vac system a chance to actually filter out the water in a way that allows you to produce the fastest amount of recycled water that you can with this system. Currently, right now, the vacuum system will suck up 50 gallons of water per minute. So if you take in consideration a floor saw cut machine can dump 20 to 30 gallons of water per minute, the vac system can suck up the water behind the saw. No problems keeping up with it. And with our unique chemical process and the Ermator system, it allows it to separate quickly, allowing the filtration part here that we'll show you in just a second. The filtration part will allow 70 gallons of water per minute to come out of the pump system. This pump system is very powerful. So it allows in real time to circulate the water that you're sucking up to go back into your job site equipment, giving you the ability to eliminate the need for dumping wet vacs, going back to a disposal place, refilling your equipment. This downtime can be eliminated by using this type of machinery. So as we went through the first part here, the gray water containment system, This hose here, which is the valve, this actually goes into the actual vacuum system here. This hose here is going into the Ermator's trusted vacuum system. We have a couple of unique features on this unit here. So we have an independent vac head. So we've got a splash guard in here to allow the vac system to stay as dry as possible during the filtration system. Guys probably figure out, you know, that once water gets into the vac head, it causes a lot of problems. Easy buttons to push, so easy to control. The vacuum system plugs into our junction box up here. I'm going to unplug this to show you that it's very easy to disconnect and move off to the side as you work with the system. We also have an internal splash pan in here as well. This also keeps the vac head safe from water flowing up into it, into the head. It also has a float valve that when the internal volume of water, the slurry water inside gets too high, this system clicks up and turns off the vac system. And so this allows the vac system to stay dry even when the tank is full. The next component to this is we have a filtration bag. Okay, there's two filtration bags that come with the Ermator W2000. This is the stock bag, which is a microfiber bag. This is designed to really filter out fine particles. And so what this bag does is gives you a very strong filtration system. What we found is that with the use of our chemical, the super separator, we're able to use the mesh bags. Now these mesh bags are a lot lighter and a lot less expensive. So by separating the materials better in the gray water tank, it allows us to use these less expensive bags, but these bags allow faster filtration and reclamation. So this gives us the ability to pump the water out as fast as we can suck it in. So the bags just simply go into this little basket system inside and attach to the intake valve that's located on the inside. Very simple stuff. I mean, this is about as easy as the moving parts it gets. There's a heavy metal bag cage in here. This cage is designed to let you pull out the fabric bag. It has a fairly high capacity sump pump in here. It's oil cooled, so as this system is running, I'm going to turn it on here. You can hear that. So what this is, because it's oil cooled, the pump can actually stay running for as long as it needs to be. This oil-cooled sump pump is designed to turn off when it gets too hot. It never loses its prime because it doesn't have water. So you're able to leave this thing running in between water changes, bag changes, and if you need to let it run for a certain period of time during some downtime, it's okay. The system has a thermal breaker. It will shut down if it gets too hot, but it will not burn up because it doesn't have any fluid. So the other thing that we have, it's a very easy control system. You see on the junction box up here that plugs into a standard 110 outlet. We've got the pump system that runs this pump here. This is your exhaust pipe. This valve right here allows you to control the flow of water, and that water will be going to the saw cut machines, the auto scrubbers, 70 gallons per minute. That's one of its strong features. You can dial this down to a slow flow. If you need to process the water and put it back into, let's say, a saw cut machine at a lower pressure rate, you can control that here. It has nothing to do with the pump inside. It'll be able to handle the flow rate. The second item on this front tank unit is that we have the ability to autofill the system. So when recycling the water, you may have water splashing out on the floors. Some guys may spill a little bit, and the system starts to dehydrate. What happens is that there has to be a certain amount of liquid in here for the system to run continuously. We've got a 50 gallon per minute intake, 70 gallons per minute outtake. So we need to make sure that we have a steady flow of water in here so the vacuum system works properly. This allows us to autofill. So if you've got a water tank on the truck, if you've got a hose bib on the job site, you can connect a water hose right into this unit here. You can open up the valve, and inside the front tank here is a float. And as the system starts to dehydrate, the system will autofill and recapture the water it needs to operate at maximum capacity. So in a sense, you don't have to stop at all on the job site. You can have continuous vacuum cleaning, you can have continuous water recycling, and this system will keep your guys up and running. The most expensive part of a flooring project is the cleanup and the waste removal. So when you talk about having the project shut down because the grinders need to stop and the project needs to be cleaned up, this allows you to continue behind the grinders and clean as they're working as you go through your diamond change. As well as on a saw cut project, having the saws stop. In the state of California, where we're located, once the vacuum cleaners are full and have to go and dispense the material, the saws have to shut down. So this allows the saws to keep running continuously, providing maximum efficiency on your project.